When construction workers discovered a muddy puppy stranded at the bottom of a hole in London, England, they knew that they were its only hope of rescue. Downing tools, they did everything they could to rescue the doggy in distress. However, when the creature's matted fur had been washed, they got an exceedingly cute surprise. What initially seemed to be a young dog was eventually transported to South Essex Wildlife Hospital, a registered animal charity in the English country of Essex near London. Sue Schwar founded the organization in 1995. In those early days, in fact, it became the first wildlife rescue center of its kind in the region. Today, meanwhile, it's a refuge for the care and rehabilitation of wildlife native to the area, including mammals, birds, and even reptiles. At first, Schwar ran the hospital from her home. However, due to demand, she had to find a bigger, more appropriate setting. As a result, the number of animals that she and the hospital can accommodate has risen to more than 200 at any one time. Now veterinary staff are able to deal with each animal that comes through the hospital's doors. In fact, not a single one is denied treatment if it's needed. Indeed, a team of volunteers and professional vets work tirelessly to ensure that every critter receives the utmost care. What's more, the charity covers a large swath of southern England, including some parts of London, and people often find animals in the most extraordinary of locations throughout the region. One such discovery came in 2012. Intriguingly, a young animal to be hiding. That's because the discovery was made at Canary Wharf, a section of London dominated by businesses and iconic skyscrapers. And given the almost continual construction developments, the area certainly is not synonymous with wildlife. So when construction workers build at sites in the locale, they rarely have to be mindful of disturbing animals. For example, on one day in spring of 2012, a group of builders were digging away at a site in the area without a second thought as to what they might discover. However, they then stumbled upon something strange. A worker had heard cries coming from a hole on the construction site, and upon further investigation, he spotted a lump at the bottom. Moreover, the builders soon realized that, alarmingly, the mound was moving. In fact, after a closer look, they could make out what they thought was the shape of a puppy. As a result, the team dropped their tools and hatched a plan to rescue the stricken animal. Plastic and mud caked the hole, so they needed to be careful if they were going to get the creature out unscathed. Furthermore, they had no idea how long the puppy had been down there. Time, then, was of the essence. Delicately, but as quickly as they could, the builders lifted the animal from the hole. When they got it onto solid ground, though, they couldn't tell what kind of creature they'd found. Yes, it was so coated in mud that all its features had been obscured. Indeed, most of the mud had dried solid, with a thick, hard shell coating the poor animal's fur. As a result, the workers had no idea if it was in pain. All they knew was that it needed specialist care and quickly. That's when the builders transported the creature to South Essex Wildlife Hospital. It was only there that they discovered the hapless animal wasn't a puppy after all. They had, in fact, found a 4-month-old red fox. According to an estimate published by The Guardian in 2017, there are around 150,000 urban foxes living in the UK. Perhaps as a result, wildlife hospitals, such as the one in Essex, are used to dealing with the animals. And with such experience on offer, the little kit the construction workers had rescued was in the best possible hands. For duty vets at the hospital, removing the fox's thick coat of mud was a priority, so they gave the animal a long scrub down in the bath. Soon his distinctive red fur was spotless once more, and the staff could then concentrate on getting him fighting fit. They also gave him a very appropriate name, Mudsy. Sue Schwar was just relieved that the animal had come to them when he had. According to his builder rescuers, Mudsy had no way of exiting the hole unaided. As a result, she credited them with saving the fox's young life. It would have certainly had a pretty awful death if it hadn't been found, she told the Daily Mail in 2012. It was very cold and in shock, but is fine now. We felt very sorry for him because he was completely caked and was absolutely petrified. She added to the newspaper, the builders were doing some groundwork on the site and there was a couple of holes left open. None of us knew how long he'd been down that hole. It could have been all weekend. And while the current whereabouts of Mudsy are unknown, hopefully he's learned from his brush with danger. After all, a construction site is no place for a baby fox.